Hello, and thank you for joining our presentation for the SAS Safe Roads Competition 2023.
Hi, I am Vaishnavisha.
Hi, I'm Anikesh Shatani.
Hi, I'm Hanjang Lee.
Hi, I'm Joydeep Singh.
Hi, I'm Meenakshi Gohil.
We are the data detectives, and I'm Sadhan Kite. We will be starting off with the executive summary, followed by an understanding of our target audience profile under the data exploration, study flow, and data analysis. Moving on, we will be deep diving into recommendations and closing out with conclusion and future studies. The objective of this study is to analyze Toronto Police Service's KSI dataset to identify a specific demographic of drivers prone to accidents and recommend solutions to minimize collisions. Our primary approach was to take emotional stress and anxiety among the youth into consideration and also help create a safe and trustful driving environment for this demographic to avoid any future fatalities and injuries. For the purpose of this study, we have chosen drivers aged 20 to 24 who are returning home after a stressful day at college, who can show signs of aggressive and distracted driving and even disobedience towards traffic rules. Now, the question arises as to why we selected this age group in particular. Where are the locations of the collisions this said demographic is getting involved in, and what can be done about it? From our initial analysis of the demographics getting involved in collisions, it was apparent to us that the age group of 20 to 24 showed highest signs of aggressive driving, overspeeding, jumping red lights, and driving under the influence.
So after exploring the data, here we have come with the different approaches we are going to analyze. Some of them are improve infrastructure, provide incentives, education and art, protected bike lanes, redesigning all intersection, and increase public transit usage. Out of that, we have chosen best three among the alls to analyze the depth and to strength recommend them. Improve infrastructure, provide incentives, and education and art are the three. We are going to analyze it. Data analysis. Here we have done the analysis like looking into the map, we can see that the top 5 neighborhoods where the highest collisions are taking place in Toronto are Waterfront Community, Woodburn, West Humber, Malvern, and the Rough. After taking to the neighborhoods, we have dipped down into the top 4 collisions which are taking place in these neighborhoods. So some of them are intersection, near private drive, intersection related, and the non-intersection. After going through the collisions, the top 3 roads, here we can see that the major arterial is the place where highest collisions takes place in these neighborhoods.
Moving on to our findings regarding collisions by 2024-old individuals, the graph in the image displays the three primary cause of collisions, which are aggressive driving, red light violations, and speeding. We have identified two main recommendations to reduce the number of collisions in intersections. We suggest improving roads and intersection designs to make them safer for pedestrians and cyclists. Traffic calming measures such as speed bumps, chicanes, and roundabouts have been shown to reduce the number of collisions. In Bathurst Street and Fort York Boulevard intersection, we have observed that the collisions occur in the dark environment due to speeding and aggressive driving. We propose working with the construction and engineering projects to install the right light equipments in the right positions. Moreover, we can collaborate with the psychology students to determine the best wait time for the traffic lights to reduce the impatience among the drivers. Moving on to the Bloor Street East and Parliament Street, which is a T junction, we have seen the similar pattern of dark environment and the cause being aggressive driving. The intersection on Parliament Street and Shutter Street is located near residents. The collision occurred due to multiple causes: aggressive driving, speeding, and red light violations. We recommend redesigning the lighting to improve visibility, which my colleague Joydeep would explain further in a better understanding.
As mentioned by my colleague Aniket, we have seen in both our findings that the primary reason why these accidents are happening are because of the light and the aggressive driving. So to enhance these, first of the measure that we can take is the installation of painted roundabouts. Roundabouts prevent high-speed T-bone collisions and guide drivers, calm traffic, and decrease speed at intersection, also at a relatively lower cost than the traditional roundabouts. Secondly, enhancing road markings can also help to prevent collisions caused by confusion or driver error. Clear and visible road markings such as lane dividers, crosswalks, and stop lines are essential, and it's important to ensure that these markings are regularly maintained and easily visible. Lastly, the installation of glass road stud deflectors with 360-degree reflection can help in avoiding collisions by improving the visibility of the road in low light conditions, particularly during nighttime or in bad weather. You can see in our video, the road marking line is difficult to be identified in a rainy night by a driver, as opposed to the glass stud deflectors, which allows the driver to see the driving lane easily. This happens because these reflectors are made up of glass and feature a spherical shape with reflective panels on all sides, allowing them to reflect lights from all angles. Now we would go to the monetary estimations on these stud reflectors. As you can see that installation cost is $5 per unit, and also the reflector cost is $5 per unit. We have taken a road of 3 meter by 10 meter in length, and the area is 30 meters square. Assuming that one reflector per square feet we need to enhance the visibility, it costs us $300, which is still not too much and can be implemented by the government. However, these quotes should be taken from a supplier to be more precise. Also, you can see the cost of a painting a roundabout as a general we have seen on the road can range from 5,000 to 15,000 CAD.
Moving on to our next recommendation, that's providing financial incentives in the form of partnering with rideshare companies to provide incentivized driving experience for the drivers who opt for ride-sharing services. And the second recommendation is in reducing the insurance premium to promote safe driving. Now, let us explain this with the help of the data set. The data sets here are restricted to the age group of 20 to 24. That's our target age group. We can see here in the pie chart that more than 50% of the collisions are happening in the dark or dark artificial light. The bar graph, we can show that the age group 20 to 24 are the highest, and they are prone to they are prone to increasing a lot of collisions when they consume alcohol. And these are the number of days and the count of the hours where most collisions are happening. It's again in the night hours, especially 11 p.m., 1 a.m., and 2 a.m. And when we look at the weekdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are the most where the collisions are happening. Now, with regards to the ride sharing, for the ride sharing services, we've seen in the times of COVID, the USA government has helped healthcare service providers to avail ride sharing services. Here we can implement the same thing for the age group of 20 to 24, as pinning to the specific number of days as Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, especially at night. The reason why we say this is that we want to avoid them driving on the roads and causing collisions, especially when they are not in a state of driving. By providing incentivized ride-sharing services, we can help reduce collision. And at the same time, we also need to motivate them and encourage them to adopt safe driving practices. Insurance companies like Allstate Insurance track data of their drivers using telematic technology, where these technologies trace their driving behaviors. If the driving is safe, their insurance premium reduces. If the driving is aggressive, they increase the insurance premium. Similarly, can be implemented by the Toronto Police as well.
So moving on our findings on daylight saving time, under the same 20 to 24 years old age group, we noticed that collisions happen more frequently in summer rather in winter. We are trying to reduce the numbers of collisions in the summertime and encourage people to continue driving safe during winter time. We have two recommendations here. One of them is the educational awareness champions. It can be promoted to college and university by professors, faculties, and students. The second recommendation is increasing the public art installation, such as poster and street art. We have two practical implementations here. Here is one of the two intersections that we find have higher collisions happening in downtown Toronto. As shown in the screen and based on our observation, in the Broad Street and Evidon Road, multiple museums and universities such as Royal Ontario Museum and University of Toronto are there. Moving on the second location. This is the College and Bay Street. is similar as the first example, but with more hospitals nearby. From these two locations, we could see many visitors and drivers will pass these two locations. If we start a public art program to raise people attention, and they will be more careful when they drive. Besides, for winter and summer daylight saving time, public arts can be updated for different contents. We can add proactive to prevent more collision, yet multiple locations start having the public arts and student programs.
Looking to the analysis and exploring the data, we are here to some recommendations. Let's take action and reduce collision based on the prioritizing the road user safety. Here we talked about the three different objectives and the findings. The three of them are collaborative infrastructure, education campaigns, and providing financial incentives. Based on the impact, the three of them are prioritized as given below. And looking to the cost, financial incentives are the most financial constraints having, but looking to the impact, it is also more impactful, so we can use them as well. Moving ahead with the future studies, we are here to leverage the power of technology to reduce the collisions. Three of them are collision prediction system, which will predict the collision scores, like this collisions are happening on these roads, and it can be help drivers to look into it. The second is intelligent traffic management system. This system is made of AI and ML using the data where they already has the data, and they can predict in like here the collisions has taken place, or they can also see that the collision has already been there, so you can redirect your route and we can control the collisions. Third is that we should tie up with the tech companies to install the sensors, installing the different softwares and the traffic management systems as mentioned above. Here are some of the resources we have taken use for finding our studies and doing a research.
And with that, on behalf of my team, I thank you for giving us this platform and the KSI dataset that we worked on. We loved doing the analysis and the exploration, and we look forward to the Q&A round. Thank you again.